health, and longevity. If you want to consume more plant-based foods, if you want to abstain from junk foods, if you want to consume fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and herbs, and avoid dead flesh, artificial flavors and colorings, sweeteners, anything that is unreal basically, purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan by Pharaoh Ramesses El-Aton, who has been a vegan 40 plus years. He will take you step by step on how to abstain from the junk foods, how to abstain from the dead flesh, the chicken, the turkey, the pork, beef, and all sorts of animal products. Purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan, to eat more natural. Remember that the herbs are for the healing of the nations. Let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. Consume of every fruit-bearing and herb-bearing tree. Unto you it shall be for meat. Purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan by Pharaoh Ramesses El-Aton. Peace, health, and longevity.
Okay. Well, we have one more bonus for you today to end the night. And I know a lot of people are changing the way they eat. And I thought I would tell you how to clean your fruits and your vegetables. Okay, this is very important. To make sure those fruits and vegetables are nice and clean. This is information people vegans don't give us this information a lot of times. You got to find all this stuff out the hard way. Nobody tells you, but I'm going to tell you all of the things that I had to try to figure out on my own or had to learn piece by piece to make your journey a lot easier. Good to see y'all. Good to see you, G-Ra, Danielle, Rastaman, everybody come on in, come on in. And we'll get to that. I rushed and got the information real quick. That's why I'm a little bit late. Oh, you're finally eating soursop. I found some soursop I could order online, and they'll mail you 2 packages of fresh soursop. But I have been doing the soursop leaves for a minute. And now I have this great tea. It comes in a bark. It's wood, like a wood bark. And I took, it was one big one in there about this size, about that thick. I put it in my teapot and it made some tea. I put some more water, it made some more. I put some more water, I made some more. And that one little square, and it's still a bag full, but they're not that big. I took the biggest piece. And it has made about 20 of these. It has made about 20 mason jars of tea. And it just made another one. And I'm trying to see how many is going to work. Now, I don't want to tell you the name of the tea because YouTube is funny about that. You know, they have certain products they let us promote somewhere. So I'm not sure if I could promote it. But I have got 20 jars like this out of one piece of wood. It's some wood that makes the tea. And I've gotten 20 of these, and I've only used one of the piece of wood. I got a little maple syrup in there. I can't believe it. It doesn't look like it's that one piece of wood look like it's gonna make 30 or 4. I'm not sure how much. Because I thought it was weird. I'm like, dang, this is a big old piece of wood. I put in there and boiled it and made some tea. I said, well, it's a big piece of wood. I know it can make more than one thing of tea. I put it in there and made. I said, wait a minute. It kept getting dark. So I kept making it. And it's still making it. I've been making tea from that piece of wood for like 3 days. I kid you not. I got a refrigerator full of it, unsweetened. Unbelievable. It's a tea that's supposed to be good for your kidneys. But like I said, I don't know if I could tell you what it is. When I was doing the vegan intel and the plant-based conversations on my other channel, they were taking so many of them down. It was crazy. I was like, what? But I think I figured out what they don't like and what I don't know. Don't ask me. So I'm playing it as safe as possible this time. It's crazy. But you can sell, you can promote all kind of artificial flavors, foods with all that in there. You can promote that. It's crazy. So I don't know what to tell you to get and what not. I don't know. They don't give you any clear rules. You kind of got to wing it. I can tell you to eat apples and oranges. That's safe. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to clean your fruits and vegetables. There's a few different ways to clean it. And we're going to go through those different ways. Now, one way is that people clean their fruits and vegetables. One of the most common ways is with baking soda. Okay? You combine 1 teaspoon of baking soda with 2 cups of cold water in a bowl or container, large enough to hold the produce. So if you got a bigger bowl, you just double that, right? Okay? So if you got a lot of fruits and vegetables, you want to do it at one time, put it in a big bowl and use maybe 3 tablespoons, right? And 2 cups. Okay? Of cold water. Or just put the vegetables up in there like I do. Fill it up until the vegetables are underwater. And then just dump some baking soda in there because baking soda is not going to do nothing. You're going to rinse it off. So it's not really necessary to measure teaspoon by teaspoon. I don't think. Just dump some baking soda in there and let it fizz. Let it fizz. Right? Then it says place the fruit and vegetables in the baking soda solution. I like to put mine in there first. Okay? Right? So I don't like to make my concoction with the baking soda and then put the vegetables in. I like to have the vegetables in there, put the water in, and I like to dump the baking soda on it because that fizz helps with the cleaning. Why would I have it fizz first and then put it in there? So with baking soda is strongest when it's fresh. So if I dump it in the water, it's not as strong. It's diluted. So I wanted to hit that water and fizz. So I wouldn't do it this way. I would put the vegetables or the fruit in a bowl first, and I would try to use enough water to cover up whatever I got in there. Of course, the fruit's going to go down there easy, but sometimes your vegetables are kind of big. Now you might want to cut them if you're going to cut them. If you're going to cut them to cook them, you might want to at least cut them in half if they're like maybe a collard green. You might want to cut it. Maybe some of the tall kale. You might want to cut it in half so it's down in the water. I like to sprinkle the baking soda in there and then mix it a little bit to clean it, right? So you agitate, you gently move the produce around to ensure solution reaches all surfaces. Then allow it to soak for 12 to 15 minutes. It says for produce with firm surfaces, use a soft produce brush and scrub away any remaining dirt or residue. So, get your little produce brush and scrub it up a little bit, then rinse it thoroughly, right? To remove any lingering baking soda. And they say pat the produce dry with a clean towel and store it. Now, I don't clean my vegetables until I get ready to cook them. So I'm not cleaning it and then storing it. That doesn't make sense. Leave it like it is. Wash it. Then you don't have to dry it off. Now, here's one thing I like to do. I like to use sink water to put the baking soda in there, get the dirt off. And then when I let it soak for 15 minutes and I pour that water off, I like to put my clean water in there to rinse it. So I don't rinse it with water out the sink. I rinse it with water out my Berkey. So I always like to rinse it with the cleanest water. I don't mind using the water out the sink to get the dirt off of it, but then I want to use clean water to get the other water off of it. I want to get that sink water off of it too. So when I rinse mine, I rinse it with water out my Berkey. That's why I love my Berkey, because I can use as much water as I want and just pour some more in there, and I'm making my own water. I don't got to keep running to the store. I don't have to feel like, oh, I'm pouring out a gallon of water I paid for. I didn't pay for it. I'm making my own water. I'm cleaning my water myself. So, right? And then I don't believe in drying it because I'm going to cook it. And that's why I like to put it in the clean water first, take it out, and put it in some more clean water to cook it, right? So, if I was you, I'd get a Berkey for sure. If you want to stop spending so much money, get a Berkey. Get a Berkey. Get a Berkey. And stop spending so much money on water when you can get one of these. I got the second one from the right. The travel gives me plenty of water because I can fill it up as I go, and it does it quick. If you got a big family going through a lot of water, get one of the bigger ones. But it makes the water so fast that even as you're using it, you just keep dumping more in there, and it's going to have plenty of water. But if you got a really big family, you're having really big events, get the biggest one. It's definitely going to be worth it. Trust me. So that's one way to clean with baking soda. Now, another way to clean your vegetables is with apple cider vinegar. In a bowl or container, mix apple cider vinegar with water. A common ratio is 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water. Place the fruits and vegetables in the solution and let them soak. Same thing. I don't do it that way. I put the water, I put the vegetables in there, and then I pour the apple cider vinegar so I can get it strong. I want it to hit when the vegetables is in there. I want the apple cider vinegar to hit that water and be as strong as possible. So I do it the opposite way. I put my vegetables in the water first, or my fruit in the water first. Then I pour the apple cider vinegar and mix it in because I want the strongest I can get. Now, some people use apple cider vinegar and baking soda together. Some people do that. Either way, right? So you place it in the solution, right? And they say if you got potatoes or cauliflower, you might let it soak for a bit longer uh, than a few minutes. You might let it soak for 5 minutes. Another thing is I rinse them. Another thing is I still rinse them. I rinse them first. I get as much dirt off at first. So in both ways with the baking soda and apple cider vinegar, when I got my thing of water, I still rinse off. I rinse off before I put them in there. Why put them in there with all the dirt on them when you could be done rinsed some of it off down the sink already? Duh, right? So run the water real hard in the sink, fill it up, take the vegetables, let it run hard in the sink, put it in the water, then dump the baking soda or the apple cider vinegar, whichever you want. But rinse them first. Why not? Why not? Why not get as much loose dirt off before you even put them in the... What y'all think? What y'all think about that? I need to write my way and put it on the internet. My way is better. I need to put my way on here. Okay? My way is better than this. Both of these ways are not as good as my way. Another thing is I rinse them in a strainer. I put my vegetables in a strainer because when it's a strainer, I can direct the water on them and it comes right through the strainer. Boom. So I always rinse my fruits and my vegetables first. I put them in a strainer and I rinse them. Then I put them in the water. Then I dump the baking soda or the apple cider vinegar. Whichever one I got, that's the one I use. Right? And then they say you can also get a spray bottle and apply the apple cider vinegar directly to the produce, then rinse and dry. Which, that's cool. That's cool. But some people use apple cider vinegar and baking soda because, when I used to go to grade school, we used to use vinegar and baking soda to make a volcano, right? So, hey, why not put those vegetables in a volcano and get that eruption and, right? Get that automatic scrubbing. So the two together would be way better than either one of them by themselves. Okay, so out of these two ways, the best way would be to put the vegetables, but put it in the sink because it's going to overrun. Put it in this, put the vegetables in a strainer, rinse the vegetables at high pressure, fill up your container with water, put your vegetables in the water, put the baking soda in the water first. And then when you pour that apple cider vinegar on there, it's going to foam. Right? That would be the best way. Baking soda first. And boy, when you hit it with that apple cider vinegar, it's going to be like my science experiment when you make a volcano. That's how you make a volcano when you're a kid. You put the baking soda down in there, so when you pour the apple cider vinegar, it runs over. And we used to put dye in it, right, so it looks red or orange like a lava, right? So that's what I would do. You know, that would be my preference. My preference, once again, would be to take your vegetables, rinse them real good in a strainer, put them in a pot, fill it with water. Also, I'd put the vegetables in the pot first and then fill it with water so that water pressure is beating them, right? Right? You want it, scrubbing them. So I would do that. I wouldn't put the water first with vegetables. I'd rinse the vegetables in a strainer and I'd put them in a pot with nothing. Then I'd run that water on it so that water be beating them, right? Right? So that water be beating it while it's filling up. Then I'll fill it up with water, but I'll let the water run over, hold the vegetables down so the water run over, so any dirt that float to the top run on out the pot. Then pour some water off so there's some room, but make sure the vegetables are submerged. Put the baking soda in there, and then dump that apple cider vinegar in there. It feels, and that would be the cleanest way, I would think. I think that would be the best way. But definitely don't sit the vegetables in the water. Put the vegetables in the pot and run the water on the veg. You're trying to clean the vegetables. So let the water hit it. Right? Like when do you go to a car wash and there's already water? No, the car wash sprays on the car, and that's what helps cleans it. So especially if you got this sink where you can pull it out, and shit those vegetables like that and fill up the pot. That would be way cleaner. That would do a better job. That's a water scrub right there. So this is a little backwards. I don't do it that way. I'm constantly thinking of getting dirt off. So I do it all with the idea to get dirt off my vegetables. So I want the water to beat them. I want some water pressure on them. I want some water pressure on them to clean them, especially leafy vegetables where it might be stuff in the cracks and crevices, right? Now, I get berries, raspberries and blackberries and stuff. So I use the highest level to clean my fruits. And what I use hydrogen peroxide. I use food grade hydrogen peroxide. That way, if there's any worms or mites or anything, they gonna die. Okay. Now this is 3% hydrogen peroxide. right? Now, what you want to do with 3% hydrogen peroxide is this. You want to get the hydrogen peroxide, the 3%, right? Let me find it. You want to get the 3% hydrogen peroxide. The reason I like to use hydrogen peroxide is because I want to really, really, really clean the fruit. Now, give me a minute. Let me find my 3% hydrogen peroxide instructions. So I like to use 3% hydrogen peroxide. That's what I like to use. And let me see if I got it or did I lose it. Because I don't want to take any chances with any type of creatures. Okay, I don't want to take any chances. Okay, so I prefer to use hydrogen peroxide. And I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to give you some tricks with that too, because there's tricks with this stuff they don't want to tell you. So you got to know the tricks of the trade. Okay. Now I'm going to give you some game. Nobody going to tell you, but you got to follow my directions exactly. You gotta follow the directions. So I prefer to use 3%. Well, I prefer to use hydrogen peroxide, not 3%, but I would tell you to get 3% hydrogen peroxide at first. Okay? At first. And what hydrogen peroxide does, it will get rid of any worms or eggs, whatever that an animal has put in there. It will get them out. I remember the first time I used it, I was doing some blackberries and I put the water and I put the 3% hydrogen peroxide and little things crawled out of the blackberries. They sure did. Little creatures crawled out. I was like, whoa, because blackberries got like openings and it was down in those cracks. I'm telling you. So if you get some 3% hydrogen peroxide, This is the 3%, right? Right? If you get the 3% hydrogen peroxide, this is how you use it. To clean fruits and vegetables with hydrogen peroxide, dilute it with water and soak the produce for a specific time depending on the type. Generally, a 10 to 20 minute soak in a solution of 1/4 to 1/2 cup of hydrogen peroxide per gallon of water. Okay? So if you got a gallon of water, you use a 1/2 cup, right, of this 3% hydrogen peroxide. You use a 1/2 cup. Okay? All right, a 1/2 cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide with a gallon. All right, and you soak it. Berries of delicate produce may only need a 1 to 2 minute soaking. Exactly. The berries, give them a couple minutes and get them out. The sturdy vegetables like carrots can be soaked for up to 5 minutes. Always rinse thoroughly with clean water after soaking and dry before storage. But once again, I only clean mine when I get ready to eat. I don't clean mine when I store. Don't make sense to me. So I clean mine and then I'm getting ready to eat them. But it's up to you, right? Once again, don't mess this up. You got to have 1/4 to 1/2 cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide per gallon of water is recommended. Okay? That is what is recommended. Okay? And then you won't have to worry about no parasites in your fruits and vegetables. I mean, none. Wear gloves. It don't splash in your eye, but it's 3%, so it ain't, but still don't want to mess around. So wear some gloves and just be careful, especially when it's straight. All right? And just be careful. But it's not deadly. It's food grade. All right? Okay, now you got to listen close because this is 3%, and they charge you a nice penny for the 3%. I don't buy 3%. I buy 35%. Okay, now you got to listen. Don't mess this up. Now, 35% got to be cut with 11 times the amount of water, which means you get way more. So you could take 1 cup of this, put it in an empty gallon jug. Then you can put 11 cups in there. And then that would be 3%. So you make a 3%, right? Which means if I put 33 cups in a gallon, right? Then I could put 3 cups of that and have a whole gallon for cheaper than you would pay for this stuff that's already cut. So I prefer to cut it myself. Okay. But you gotta know what you're doing. Okay. If you get to 35, you gotta add 1 cup of 35% hydrogen peroxide to an empty gallon, and then add 11 cups of distilled water. So it's got to be 11 cups of water and 1 cup of 35% hydrogen peroxide. And now you have made 3% hydrogen peroxide. And so if you want to save money, a gallon got 16 cups. There's 16 cups to a gallon, right? 16 cups to a gallon. So if you want to save money, you can get a gallon jug and put 1 cup of 35% and 11 cups of distilled, and that's 12 cups, and you got almost a gallon for much cheaper. And then you just put the rest of this back. So I only use 1 cup of this, right? How many cups to 16 ounces? So there's 2 cups to 16 ounces. So with this, I can use half of this and make 3/4 of a gallon and use the other half. So I can get a gallon and a half practically out of this for much cheaper than me buying this and not getting that much. And then this, I can have it cut already in a gallon jug. So I prefer to order the 35% because the first time I ordered the 3% and it was gone quick. And I was like, I can't keep affording to pay, But then I found out, okay, I can get 35%. Oh, wait. Yeah. The highest percentage is this one. So this is the highest percentage to 35. Why would I pay for 3%? How many times does 3% go into 35? 11 times. So I can make 11 times as much as this with this. Now let's look at the price. Okay, it's $29 for one of them. Let's see. Let me see, because some people okay. What's the average price? Okay, look. Well, that's 12%. I want the 35%. The 35 cents is hard to find too. The 35% is hard to find. I'm looking for it right now. The 30. Okay. Here goes 35 cents. You get two for $60. But wait a minute. It's hard to find a gallon. You can't find a gallon. So you have to search. See, they be trying to cheat you. Yeah, you see? See, I can't find it. I searched for this one. You can find 12%. You can find 12%, but I'm trying to save money. Look, 12%, 12%, 12%. That just shows you I searched to find this company to get the 35%. I remember searching. Hold on. Yep. See what I'm saying, y'all? See how they do you? They don't want you to find this one. Pharaoh the only one gonna tell you this. Okay? See how they do you? They do not want you. If you think they do not want you. Watch this. If you think I'm lying, watch. They don't want you to find the 35%. What y'all think about that? Look. These look like some little bitty squirt bottles right there. Look. 3%, 3%. I searched 35. Here go two 35% right here for $59, right? $59, which, but this is a lot. This is 32 ounces. Let me see. This is only 16. So for 16, let me see. One 116 is $39. It say pack of one, but they showing you two. See how they be? You see what I'm talking about? It say pack of one. Well, what you showing us two of them for? Make it make some sense, man. Why are you showing us two? Why are you showing us two? Why does it say minus 8%? What the hell that mean? 35. That sounds, see, these people are full of it. Because mine don't say no minus nothing. See? You got to read. These people will cheat you. Look, nobody want to sell you a 16 ounce. Wow. Nobody. Wow. I think I searched Google to find this because nobody wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it yourself. Nobody wanted to. Here we go. A whole gallon for $37. Hello. Here we go. Look, it's usually 74. It's a mega sale. I need to order this. I need to order this tonight. Hell yeah, it's a mega sale. I need to order this tonight. Hello, bulk peroxide. I need to order this tonight. $37. Man, that's 49% off. It's 70 some dollars. Okay, I'm gonna leave this page open. they got about full undivided attention. Okay, y'all see where this is at? Bulk peroxide. 35%, a whole gallon. Man, so this will make 12, this will make, woo, woo, this will make a lot. Because you got to cut it by 11. So this will make like 12 gallons. Because you would have to cut this with 11 gallons. Whoa, this will last me. Yep, there we go. There we go. I just take a cup of it and then pour it in something and pour 11 cups. I'm ready to go. 12-time concentrate. Okay, I'm leaving that page open. See, y'all, I just put you up on Super Game. I just put you up on big game. That's 12 gallons. That'll last you all year. Because you ain't using nothing but a little bit, and you're going to mix that with water. So once you take it and mix it 11 times, you only going to put a little bit of that in the water. You're only going to put a quarter of a cup to a half a cup in the water. Oh my God. Imagine that. So if I'm going to put a quarter of a cup, if I want to, I can pour a quarter of a cup up to 35%, and I can mix that with a quarter of a cup 11 times and clean it. But I'll just pre-make it, which is crazy. I'm ordering that. What a steal. Anyway, I just showed you. Look how much money you will save. Look how much money you'll save if you get the 35% and cut it yourself. And this one's on super sale. Half off, basically. A whole gallon. That's enough to make 12 gallons. And on a gallon, you only using a quarter of a cup each time? Man, that's, whoa. But don't pre-cut it all. Just pre-cut a gallon at a time and keep the rest in here. Or not even a gallon. Like take a cup, put it in the empty gallon, and put 11 cups in there. Or however many you want to do to fill it up. And those 11 cups is going to last you a long time because you're only using a quarter of a cup, a quarter to a half of a cup. So 11 cups, that's 22 uses. Holy camole. That's a month, and you got a whole gallon. Oh, I'm grabbing this tonight. Look, they say no hazmat fee. Why they saying, hold on, why they say ship a gallon? Oh, that one, you can't get that one. That one got a hazmat fee. That one's got a hazmat fee. It's going to cost you $63. You got to get this one. which is what? How many bottles is this? Wait, you got to get this one. See, here they go with the skin now. Okay, you got to get this one, but how many bottles is this? 32-ounce bottles. Oh, I think they still send you a gallon worth, but you got to get them in 32-ounce bottles. Oh, if it's in the small thing, you don't have to pay no hazmat. So you still going to get a gallon. You still going to get a gallon. But if you get the gallon in the small bottles, you don't have to pay the hazmat fee. But if you get the gallon in the big bottle, you got to pay the hazmat fee. Ah, interesting. Because they probably got to pay more to ship it like that. Hold on. Oh, they both 37, but if you get the gallon, you got to pay the hazmat fee. But this is the lick though. You get 4 bottles for $37. Hey, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. And it's going to stay fresh because you ain't opening it. Oh, yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that as soon as I end this live. 4 quarts separately. Yeah, 4 does make a gallon. The price is cheap. The price is $37 for the 4 with no hazmat. This is $37 plus $26. The gallon. The 4 is $37.99. They're both $37.99, but you got to pay a hazmat fee for this one. And you don't have to pay a hazmat fee for the 4. Hey, it's all the way up. You see, oh, y'all can see the prices changing when I click on it. See the price changing? See, when I click on here, see down at the bottom, it go to $63.99 for a gallon. But because it's 1 gallon, it says hazmat fee and signature required. This one, no hazmat fee and no signature required. I'm going with the no hazmat fee and no signature required. As a matter of fact, while I talk to y'all, let me place my order before I go off here tomorrow, and it'll be like, oh, we don't got, I don't know if I got no money in the bank, so I gotta go put some money back. I don't keep money in the bank. I don't keep my money in the bank. I don't think I got no money in the bank. And I got a little bit. I don't want them holding my money. Yeah, I don't want them holding my money. Let me see. If not, I'm going to order it as soon as I end this live. That's how you all clean your fruit, though. Oh, that's the problem. And I just gave you some more gang. Yeah, I got enough to get it. Yeah, I got enough to get it. I'll just put some in there afterwards. Hey, it's popping. I'm going to order it right now. Right now. Wait a minute. Like they want all your information. They want all my information so they can troll me. They keep trying to get me to buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. This is a deal though, because it's time for fruit, and man, that fruit be having worms in it. I'm telling you, that fruit be having worms in it. I'm telling you, in the door. I don't want no emails. I don't want none of that. Look, they still gonna charge me $15 to mail it to me. Let me see. Okay, maybe bogus. Give me a minute, y'all. But I can't miss this. I can't miss this. This is a good deal. Can't miss this. And you never know how long it lasts. And, you know, you have to keep your vegetables clean. You know what I'm saying? What's the day? The day the 6th? Man, this bank is tripping. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait until a couple of minutes for the money to transfer. Well, they won't let me transfer it today because today is only 15 minutes, I guess. Ain't that crazy? All right, I'm gonna wait 15 minutes. Hey, y'all need to jump on that though. You know what I mean? I just gave you some real. I just gave you a real still. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Yeah, I just gave you a real steal of a deal. I'm telling you. Man, that's a steal of a doggone deal right there. Hold on a minute. Let me get my card. Listen, y'all. You got if you're gonna do like grapes, berries, you gotta use hydrogen peroxide. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If you're gonna do grapes, and especially if you're gonna do raspberries and blueberries, man, listen, you got to use hydrogen peroxide. I'm telling you. You got to use hydrogen peroxide if you're going to do grapes, berries, stuff like that. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to, because it really be bugs in that stuff. I kid you not. Okay, mine's is should be on the way. Look, they talking about double my order. Man, I'm not doubling nothing, man. Get y'all ass out of here. Look, they want me to. Man, I don't need all that. I ain't gonna need that till next year. They tripping, man. I'm not doubling nothing. Send me my stuff, man. Get y'all goofy ass out of here. No, don't double my order. Let me out of here. Look, they got no thanks way at the bottom. Hey, y'all crazy. Look, here they go again. They keep saying, how many times I have to say no thanks? Come on, man. Stop playing. There we go. No, don't email me. Don't do none of that, bro. Just send me my stuff. You know what I'm saying? They be getting on my nerve, man. They like, can we email you? Can we bug the hell out you? Hell no. No, you can't. Do I use apple cider vinegar and baking soda? I sure do. I use apple cider vinegar and baking soda. Yep. Yep, I use apple cider vinegar and baking soda. I keep apple cider vinegar because you get apple cider vinegar, you get a plastic cup, you get a piece of plastic, and you put a rubber band around the plastic on the cup. But you put the apple cider vinegar in the cup, and you put a little bit of squirt of dish detergent, just a little squirt. About that much apple cider vinegar and just a little squirt. And then you put a piece of plastic over a plastic cup and put a rubber band on it. Then you take a pin and you poke holes in it and you sit it over by your fruit and you sit it in your bath. Wherever you got bright light, you hide it in your bathroom and the fruit flies will go in there and die so you don't gotta you ain't gotta chase the fruit flies. On my soul. Hold on. I'll show you right now. Hold on, give me a minute. Watch this. I didn't use plastic in here. See them fruit flies in there? It's a bunch of them in there in the bottom. I just poked a hole in this with a pin and put it right by the fruit. See them fruit flies? Look, it's a bunch of them, ain't it? Yep, they invade your ass. Hey man, they'll bite you too. They'll bite you. They don't bite you, but they'll irritate your skin. You have little irritations on your skin. Boom. Look how many in there. It's only been sitting out there like 2 weeks. Look, they dead as a doornail. This will save you from them flying. And then what you do is, when you get ready to go out somewhere, you just leave a light on where this is at, because they always follow the light. I'll tell you another trick. A mosquito's in your house. Turn all the lights off. Right? Look, mosquitoes in your house. You see them. Turn all the lights off. And go in the bathroom and turn the light on. And leave the door open. He gonna come right in the bathroom. When he come in the bathroom, close the door, and then hunt him and swat him. Because he can't get away because he in the bathroom now. You know, he in the house, he go over here, he go over there, can't find his ass. Well, usually the bathroom got light walls. It's got the light over the sink. Turn on that one light. Don't turn on the one in the shower. Just the one light over the sink. Make the whole house dark and leave the door open. And they always follow the light because they're trying to figure out how to get outside. And that's how you would kill the mosquitoes, just like that. You don't be just trying to chase them all around the house, make them come to you. This gonna work every time. Every time it's gonna work. Every time. It's gonna take a minute or two and they're gonna come right in the bathroom. This is a fact. This is an absolute fact. If you're trying to, any bugs, really, any bugs in your house flying around, turn all the lights off, turn the light on in the bathroom and get your paper, your newspaper or a little magazine, whatever you're going to use to swat them, and they're going to always come to the light. Always. Always. Right away. And now you got them trapped. You know, you can't trap them in the house. You know, you can't trap them in the bedroom. You can't trap them in the living room, in the kitchen. But you can trap his ass in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? So I got one of these in the bathroom here and at the other place. And if I'm finna go somewhere, I'll turn all the lights off and just leave the light in the bathroom. They go in there and fly around and they crawl right in here and they be gone. I'm going to get some fresh. It seems like the older it get, the more they go in there. Look at all of them. All of these, I would have had to chase all these. I would have had to chase all of them. Ain't that messed up? Keep it over by your fruit. They don't go in there. They love apple cider, but it's that little bit of dishwashing soap kills them. Because they'll go down the apple cider vinegar and drink that stuff and fly back out. But once they go down in there with that soap, I don't know what it do. But look, this is full of them too. Look at all of them. That's crazy, ain't it? Because they say you got to wash your bananas. Like, you're supposed to wash that top part of the bananas. They be hatching, I guess. I don't know. I ain't washing nothing. I'm washing them up. I'm giving them a bath. I ain't washing nothing. Come on out and play. Go right in there with that apple cider vinegar and get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the soap glues their wings together. Oh, wow. Wow. So they can't fly no more. I don't know. I know one thing. It's a blessing. Because if you're a vegan, you eat a lot of fruit. Man. They try to take over the spot. I learned that because one time when I lived on 31st Street, they had some type of gnat invasion. And it was like thousands of gnats outside by the dog park. And one day they came in the apartments and the whole ceiling was covered with gnats. The whole ceiling. My queen was panicking. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I went and got the vacuum cleaner with the extension and vacuumed them all and put some of this down. But I vacuumed them. Gotta be smart. I vacuumed them all up. But I made a mistake. I went into the little room where the garbage is at, and I closed the door behind me, and I opened the vacuum cleaner, and they all flew out. But they wasn't in my apartment, so wherever they went after that, that's all done. They all flew out. That was crazy. I vacuumed. I figured a way because they was over. They was over every ceiling: the living room ceiling, the kitchen ceiling, the bedroom ceiling, covered. I don't know what happened. There was also like some type of spider invasion out there where spiders were all over the fences. Spiders had made webs all in the trees. I never seen wolf spiders make webs in the trees. There was spider webs all in the tree. Spider webs all over the fences over the whole high park. There was, I don't know what that was. Like some kind of spider invasion. It was crazy. To the point where a spider made a web off of my car door to the car next to me. And I used to catch spiders as a child. So I never seen anything like that. Yeah, I vacuumed them up, D'Angelo. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got a woman, you know, she panicking. They don't like bugs. I'm like, how do I get these off of the ceiling? And then put this in the kitchen and stuff. When we got up the next day, it was full though. This was all bugs. All the ones I didn't vacuum. I mean, it was all bugs in these. Like the whole thing was gnats. Them weren't fruit fly, those was gnats. I mean, the whole, man, it looked crazy. I'm like, where did these come from? It's like the plague in the Bible. Eventually, that's going to happen really bad. Anyway, that's how you clean the fruit. I just wanted to give y'all an extra bonus to be able to clean your fruit and take care of your fruit, right? And to save money. This is a waste of money. Don't get the 3%, get the 35% and cut it. Remember, it's 11 to 1. 11 to 1. 11 to 1. 1 cup of 35% hydrogen peroxide to an empty gallon and 11 cups of distilled water. And now you got 35% hydrogen peroxide for cheap. Cheap, 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 and you save money. Like you see me buy that gallon. You know how much money I save with that gallon for 30 bucks, 30 some bucks? Come on, man. Come on. I never used this one yet. I'm going to be using this one next week. This one I never used because I was using baking soda and apple cider vinegar. But I haven't been eating. You know, it creeped me out with the blackberry, so I didn't buy no more for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't know, it just creeped me out. Like I don't want these berries with all these holes in it where stuff can hide. But I'm gonna buy some this summer. I'm just gonna clean them. You have to clean your fruit and vegetables. You mess around, be eating parasites. That's another reason I like the hydrogen peroxide because it could be a parasite that you can't see. It could be microscopic. And that hydrogen peroxide gonna get them out of here. You know what I mean? But I'm drinking coconut oil, cayenne, and key lime. Like a third of a spoon of coconut oil, a 16th of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a half a key lime. Mix that up and you drink it in the morning, midday, and evening. And you won't have no parasites or nothing, but you got to do it every day for like a month. But it's just a little bit, you never know you're drinking it. Just a third of a spoon of coconut oil. You can use olive oil, but I like the coconut oil. And a 16th of a spoon of cayenne pepper, just a little bit. So you got the 18th, the 1/8. You just put a tip of that in there. Does this work on flies? I don't think it'll work on flies. I don't know. Let me see. apple cider vinegar trap. Combine apple cider vinegar and a few drops of dish soap. Cover a plastic wrap and poke holes over it for flies. Yep. Yep, it worked for flies. Yep. The vinegar attracts them and the soap traps them. Yeah, it worked for flies. Heck yeah. Just poke some bigger holes and make sure they can get in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't poke holes like this. Poke some bigger holes. You know what I'm saying? Poke a bigger hole, like about this size. You know what I'm saying? Yep, you won't have a fly nowhere. Heck yeah. Man, I'm telling you, man. This is a staple for me from now. Have I ever did a raw fast for a period of time? You know, when I was in Hawaii, I pretty much ate raw. So my life was pretty much raw and I cooked every now and then. So yeah, when I was in Hawaii, I just pretty much ate raw. But as far as a raw fast, yeah, I did watermelon I did that recently. Like last year, I did watermelon for a while. Like I'm getting ready to do a watermelon fast. I was going to try to do it this week. I think I might start this week. I'm going to do a 7-day watermelon fast. Probably the day after tomorrow, I'm going to drive out there and get like 7 watermelons. So I'm getting ready to do a watermelon fast for, you know what I'm saying? So even now, I could eat raw for a whole year. I could eat raw for a whole year if I wanted to. Yeah, it wouldn't be nothing. I could eat raw for a whole year. It wouldn't be nothing. I just eat a whole bunch of salads, a bunch of avocado, a bunch of fruit. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be difficult like that. If that's what you wanted to do, you have to want to do it. I couldn't make myself do it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't make myself do it. So I couldn't just do it. I would have to want to do it. But if I want to do it, yeah, it's a breeze. It's nothing to it, but just to put your mind. It's nothing to it. Just put your mind to it. That's it and do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Summer would be easy. Winter would be easy too because you're just you know you. I mean, it's mind power. It's whatever you want to do. It's based on your mind, G-Rod. So that's the key. Your mind is the most powerful thing. So if in your mind you livicate, because we don't dedicate, because we don't dead. If you livicate your mind and say, this is what I'm going to do, and if it's something you're determined to do, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. It's not really hard like most people think. It's not really that hard. It's not really that hard. It's just mine. And so for me, like I couldn't do it now because I don't want to do it. That's the key. If you're trying to do it and you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. But if you want to do it, you could do it easily. Because at the end of the day, as long as you're not hungry, you ain't going to need to eat. So if I wanted to go raw, the key for me was to make me a fire salad dressing. Because I don't like salad dressing. I only like smooth, creamy salad dressing. So if I could make me a fire cucumber salad dressing, but what I would do is I would go to the Hebrew Israelites on 75th and I would have them make me their cucumber salad dressing. And I would pick that up once a week, once every 2 weeks. That's what I would do. Because that salad dressing fire. So I'd have them make me a cucumber salad dressing. Theirs is, they know what they're doing. Boom. And then I would just be eating salads and fruit. And fruit would be easy November and December because it's harvest time. So, Thanksgiving, it's up. And then plenty of nuts. So I have my walnuts, my pecans. I have my Brazilian nuts. I have my pistachio nuts. I have my sunflower seeds. Then you got to understand, I could drink raw too. I could drink raw. So I can make shakes. That's raw. I can make protein shakes. I can make my own milk. That's all raw. So I can make my milk. I can make my pumpkin seed milk. All I need is water and nuts. That's still raw. So I can go heavy on the protein shakes. And yeah, I can knock that out. Because I make protein shakes. I make sunflower seed shakes, then pumpkin seed shakes, then pecan shakes, like that. Then mixed nut shakes, and hemp seed shakes, flax seed shakes, chia seed shakes. Boom. Now I didn't purchase the milk machine because I think it's a ripoff. When we made milk in a blender. Shoot, all I need is a blender and a milk bag. Just blend it up and pour it in the milk bag and squeeze it, and I got milk. And I could make a whole bunch. That machine, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a ripoff. I don't think it's gonna make enough milk. I can make my own milk. Like we didn't have no milk. So back when I became plant-based, we made our own milk. We didn't have no milk in those stores. All they had was soy milk in them boxes on the shelf. No, we made almond milk. And that's back when you can get the fat, fresh, raw almonds and soak them, and then you just squeeze them, and the brown part would just come off, and you just had a white almond. You can't find almonds like that. Now, you notice the almonds is all dry. You can't find almonds.